Welcome back to Crime Time Cases. Tonight, we're diving into one of the most terrifying experiences a person can face: a home invasion. It's every homeowner's worst nightmare, being startled awake in the middle of the night or hearing a strange sound downstairs, only to realize someone has broken in. Your home is supposed to be your sanctuary, the one place you should always feel safe. But what happens when that sense of security is ripped away? What do you do when danger finds you behind your own locked doors? In today's scenario, we'll walk through 3 possible responses to a home invasion and explore the life or death consequences of each. So ask yourself, what about if you'd done this instead? Scenario A: hide and call 911. In the first scenario, you're jolted by the sound of breaking glass or a door being forced open. Panic sets in, but your survival instincts take over. You grab your phone, slip into the nearest room that can be locked, maybe a bathroom, a closet, or even a bedroom, and quietly dial 911. You whisper to the dispatcher, giving them your address, your name, and everything you can hear. The sound of footsteps, the creak of the floorboards, the intruder moving closer. You hold your breath and try not to make a sound. In this moment, you've created a barrier, a precious window of time that could mean the difference between surviving and becoming a victim. This tactic, while effective, isn't without risk. If the door doesn't lock properly, or if the intruder hears you or sees light from your phone, your hiding spot could quickly become a trap. And if you're not alone, if you have children or other family members in the house, the fear of being separated or not being able to protect them multiplies. Still, hiding can be one of the most strategic moves, especially when paired with a fast call for help. It's about minimizing your exposure, buying time, and staying quiet until the threat passes or law enforcement arrives. There's a reason experts often advise finding a hiding place and calling 911 as the first line of defense. You're not engaging the intruder. You're avoiding confrontation and reducing the chance of escalation. In many real-life home invasions, victims who stayed hidden and waited were unharmed, while those who confronted attackers faced violent consequences. But that doesn't mean it's foolproof. If the intruder is searching every room or specifically targeting you, even the best hiding spot may not guarantee safety. The hope is that by delaying contact and alerting the police quickly, you increase your odds of rescue. But in that locked room, heart pounding, every second feels like an eternity. You're faced with the gut-wrenching question: will they find me before help arrives? Scenario B: confront the intruder. In this second scenario, fear gives way to fury. You decide you're not going to be a passive victim. You grab the nearest object, a bat, a heavy flashlight, a kitchen knife, and begin to move through the house, ready to defend yourself and your home. You catch a glimpse of the intruder rifling through your things or moving toward your bedroom, and without thinking, you step into view, raising your weapon and shouting. The goal is simple: catch them off guard, make them think twice, scare them off if you can. The confrontation escalates quickly. They weren't expecting resistance, and for a moment, it's a standoff. But what happens next depends entirely on the intruder's mindset. If they're armed, aggressive, or under the influence, your bravery could trigger violence instead of retreat. If there's more than one intruder, things become even more unpredictable. Suddenly, it's not just a fight for your belongings, it's a fight for your life. While standing your ground might sound heroic, it carries immense risk. Unlike in the movies, real-life confrontations are chaotic and unpredictable. You don't know what the intruder is capable of. You don't know if they're carrying a weapon or how far they're willing to go. And even if you get the upper hand, the trauma that follows, both mental and legal, can be long-lasting. Some homeowners have successfully scared off invaders with a show of force, but others have ended up injured or worse. Unless you're trained and fully prepared, choosing to fight could backfire quickly. The decision to confront must be made in a split second, often without all the information you need. It's a bold move, one that might save your home or cost you everything. Scenario C: comply and escape later. In the final scenario, you freeze as the intruder confronts you face to face. They demand your valuables, maybe shout instructions with a weapon in hand. Fear takes over, but instead of resisting or hiding, you stay calm. You hand over what they ask for: cash, jewelry, your phone, hoping that cooperation will keep the situation from spiraling. Your hands shake as you try to appear non-threatening, silently praying that compliance will be enough for them to leave. But you stay alert, watching their every move. The second they're distracted or look away, you make your move, bolting through a back door, climbing out a window, or finding a moment to run for help. Compliance, in this case, isn't about surrender. It's about survival and finding the safest possible opening to get away. But the terrifying truth is that not all intruders stop at theft. If the situation escalates, if they ask you to move to another room, tie you up, or worse, then the danger deepens. This is where your instincts must kick in. You can't allow yourself to be relocated or restrained. Experts say that once a criminal moves you to a second location, your odds of survival drop drastically. If you're going to escape, it has to be early, before you're completely under their control. Compliance is sometimes seen as the safe choice, but it requires you to stay observant and ready to act. Giving up your possessions may protect your body, but only if the attacker doesn't intend to take more than just objects. The question becomes, can you read the situation in time to know when to stop complying and start escaping? So, what would you do? Would you hide and call for help, hoping to stay out of sight until police arrive? Would you confront the intruder head-on, risking everything to defend your home? Or would you comply just long enough to escape and survive? Every decision has its risks, but knowledge is power, and being mentally prepared could be the difference between a close call and a catastrophe. Let us know in the comments. What about if you'd done this instead? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you care about. Until next time, stay alert, stay smart, and stay safe.